Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends, wherever you may be. My name is Ruel Gaviola, and this is Tabletop Tonight, the Monday morning edition, which is brand new to the channel. Just a quick audio and video check. If y'all can just confirm you can see me and hear me, I'd appreciate it. It is Monday, July 5th, where I'm at here in Southern California, and for those of you who celebrated yesterday, I hope the celebration went well. Sounds good. Thank you, Slackfish. Good morning, Slackfish. Thanks, James. Appreciate it. Stacy Everdell's in the house. Cards and Dice is in the house. And yeah, it's an early morning start for me today. I want to do something different. What I wanted to do today is just talk. We're going to talk games. And what I'm doing is my June gaming wrap up. So I'm just want to talk about the games, look back at the games that I played in the month of June. Hopefully y'all played some great games. I was looking at this list last night, actually, and I was very fortunate that I got to play a lot of great games, and I just want to share those with you. Talk a little bit, just quickly about each game, and I'd love to hear what y'all played last month as well. Let me know if anything stood out on in your gameplay. As things get back to somewhat normal, we've been able to get together in real life. We've maintained a pretty small social bubble, but slowly but surely been expanding it as more people get vaccinated and the numbers continue to go down. Now, I know I was just reading about the news about the Delta variant of COVID, so still got to be careful out there, friends. So if you haven't already, please go get those vaccinations. They're out there, they're free, it's simple, it doesn't hurt. My 5G is so much better. Kidding, of course. I mean, it's 2 shots, folks, and you're gonna be that much safer. Please do it. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir here. I've got all y'all in chat I've recognized, and I know we are doing our best to be safe. Yeah, Stacy Everdell. Yeah, simple and painless, right? It was super. Where I went to our local health provider, it was like we did the shot, and then you have to wait 15 minutes. Ours, they had I felt like I was in a club. They had the music pumping, and people were not dancing, but just sitting there in their seats doing this and that. I was like, oh, okay, super chill experience. And then the second time, the second shot was the same thing. It was just that was the first shot. Then I think it was like 2 weeks later. Was it? Or was it a week or two later? Same thing. It was super easy. But for those of you who celebrate the 4th of July, I hope you had a good day yesterday. For my family, we got together, and I brought a bag of games, and my niece and nephew were there. It was me and my brother's families, and then my niece has a few friends, their families that always come over, like her little crew that comes over every 4th of July. And we didn't do it last year, of course, but this year was a nice way to get back together. I brought my bag of games. We didn't play any of them. We're just hanging out, eating, celebrating, and I got to give it up to my niece, my youngest niece. I brought the bag of games. I just left it, near the table just in case anyone wanted to play. I never force people to play games, but she asked. She just came around like about halfway through the party, said, "Hey, does anyone want to play Blank Slate?" I was like, "What? I was like, yes." So my niece got the game and got her friends to play with us, and she invited Uncle Ruel, Auntie Michelle, and Auntie Lauren, said, "Hey, why don't we play Blank Slate?" So it was great. So we had a full game of Blank Slate. My nephew ended up winning. Had some funny answers as always in that game. But we'll talk about that a little more later. I have a feeling Blank Slate's going to come up in my list. Pardon me while I'm going to be hydrating and eating. I do this a lot where I instead of waking up and eating breakfast and then going to work, I normally wake up, go straight to work. And maybe it's actually probably not a good thing. But it's just my routine. I'll wake up, go to work, hear from home, answer emails, get stuff, and then I will eat breakfast. And sometimes that is not a good thing because I forget to eat breakfast until like 9:30, and I really want to eat it like at 7:30, and then get my day going at 8. But it is what it is. I roll with it. But I hope you're doing well, friends, and I hope you're well fed. I know we're all in different time zones, so maybe you're coming up on lunch. I hope this doesn't make you too hungry. But hey, like any other stream, let's talk about stream snacks, what you're eating and or drinking. I've got my water, and then I've actually got some pita and hummus. My favorite hummus that Michelle gets from our local farmers market. It is called the Kitchen Sink. It's hummus, but it's got artichokes, garlic, spinach, basically the kitchen sink. It's so delicious. And then I warm up a little pita. I make like little pita slices, and I dunk the pita and the hummus. So it's delicious. I will be eating this during stream, so pardon me. I'm going to look at your comments now. I'm going to catch up on chat. Thank you again for joining me. Yeah, Stacey Everdell. Yeah, I did get to play a game, which was nice. Fidelia, hi. Thanks for joining us. Got my first job on Saturday. Yes, agreed it was easy, painless, not so much. Yeah. I don't know which one you got. I got Pfizer. First one definitely hurt. My arm was really sore the first night. The second day I woke up and was like, oh, really sore. And people say, you should be doing this after you get your shot. And I feel like that's probably good advice, but I was sluggish after the first shot for like the first day or probably 2 days. I was pretty sluggish. I didn't get full on sick, thankfully. Second shot, nothing. Again, Pfizer. I was house Pfizer. Second shot, got it. Felt a little jab, but I was good to go. Maybe a little sluggish that first day, but yeah, the second shot was, for me, thankfully, was nothing. I know it was a different experience for Michelle and Lauren. Michelle, the first shot, I think she was feeling pretty out of it for a couple of days, and then the second shot, Lauren, I think she was pretty out of it as well. But I was very fortunate. Slackfish, yeah, coffee and reheated Sunday brunch left. I hope you had a good Sunday, Slackfish. We've got leftovers. My brother always goes all out with the barbecue, chicken, steak. My favorites always is like he has these chicken wings that he does every year. I always love those. Maple and Moose, hey, coffee and peanut butter toast, nice. Peanut butter toast, that's one of Michelle and I. That's one of our go-tos when we're don't really feel like making a big breakfast. Where we love peanut butter and toast. Got to stay hydrated, especially it's gonna be another hot one today. It was hot yesterday too. Let's see. Cards and Dice has played Dwellings of Everdell, which or Dwellings of Eldervale. That one I've heard so many good things about. I have not played. Oh, Tiny Ninjas, cool! Wow, I still have my copy of Tiny Ninjas. Did you get the expansion? I did not get the expansion. Destiny's, heard a lot of great things about Destiny's, need to play. And Oh My Goods is a wonderful, wonderful filler card game from Alexander Pfister, right? I'm always surprised by the game. It's good. I have not played that in a while. My buddy Daryl has it. Sackfish Strike, yes, love Strike. Space. Oh My Goods. Wow, another one for Oh My Goods. The Mind is always a fort. I love a Lawyer Up. Have not played neither, and I have not played Paleo. And actually, there's a few games I haven't played here. Parks as well. That's the bigger sibling of Trails, which you'll see on my list. Spoiler alert. Super Skill Pinball, I've been really dying to try as well. That's the roll and write pinball game from I believe it's Jeff Engel's team. Sushi Go is always a classic. And oh, nice, Slackfish Viticulture. Yay. Love viticulture. It's Monday. Yes, Dead Last again. Thank you for joining me, friend. Stacey Everdell played Genotype, The Bloody Inn, Everdell, Arion, One Deck Dungeon, Codenames, and Lost Ruins of Arnak. Is it Arnak or Arnak? I'm going to go with Arnak, but I love Lost Ruins. I know that's gotten sort of like people seem to prefer Dune Imperium, I guess. I guess it depends. I feel like I'd like Dune Imperium just because of the theme, but Lost Ruins of Arnak, the gameplay was great. I love worker placement games, so that one, that one's a favorite. Excuse me. Darby Gaming is in the house. Just got here. Which game? We're talking about a bunch of games, Daryl. I don't know which one you're referring to, but yeah, I'm just doing my. If you're just joining me, folks, I'm doing my June wrap up. I'm looking at the games I played in June. We're just gonna go in order of play. So I've got my BG Stats app here on my phone. I'm just going to look up what I played last month. I'm gonna go. I didn't do any particular order. I wasn't gonna rank them. Excuse me. So what I did, I look at my app here, and I just go to. I'm gonna start chronologically, like the first game I played in June. Let me see what it says here. I started June on June 1st. I played a game. So according to BG Stats, I played 29 games last month 44 times. So good month. I've had some when before the pandemic, I would have months where I'd get like 100 plays in. I mean, again, I'm very fortunate that I have a lot of friends that love to play games. My family loves to play games. But we're being safe. We're still being safe. I'm doing most of my gaming here in home, with a small social bubble of me, Michelle, Lauren, and now Daryl, who comes in once a week to hang out with me. And then this month, I got to hang out with Amanda Panda. She came over for our big Gaviola game day, which we'll talk about in a second here. Dead Last Again says, nice, I live in the BG Stats app. Yeah, you know what? Dead Last Again, I used to be better about logging plays, and I thought it would be easy to track plays like during the pandemic, right? I mean, you're at home, but for whatever reason, maybe it's just pandemic mind. I didn't log. I wasn't as vigilant, and I wasn't as aware of logging games as I normally am. And then I know over the years I've forgotten to log things, and thankfully, friends, I'll like when I play a game, well, usually one of us has that app. So I'll just text them and say, yo, can use you message or screenshot the stats we did for that game last night. And that always helps. There's Panda Angel. Good morning, Panda Angel. Good to see you. People were playing with fireworks at 2 a.m. Really? Now, okay. I love fireworks. I think they're really neat to look at. They're fun, but I mean, there's a limit. I mean, respect your neighbors. And it's like, yeah, I have. We had fireworks here late at night last night as well. I am a little groggy, but I really wanted to do this at 8 today. I was a few minutes late. Again, I'm just trying to change things up as far as timing for the streams, and plus tonight I've got some work I got to do that I won't be able to stream tonight. So, but tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, normally we stream at 7 p.m. Pacific. We will continue with that, but I still need to coordinate with Daryl and Michelle as far as what games. I have some games on the Game of Opportunity shelf here, but I need to figure out exactly which ones. I'll announce those on the social media pages. Let's see. It's a holiday. Go back to sleep. Yeah, right. Stacy's Everdell's a very big Paleo fan. Plays solo all the time. Oh, nice. Okay. Meeple the Moose played Calico. Anomia. Yeah. Anomia, great party game, friends. That one, it's a word game, but it's got some really fun elements to it. My buddy Oscar is a huge fan. Micro Macro Crime City. I want to try Micro Macro so bad. I have a feeling that one Michelle would like, because it's sort of like at that whole Where's Waldo / puzzle type thing. That seems like her jam. Princess of Florence, Dragon Gate College, Las Vegas Royal. Oh, Las Vegas Royal, nice. Mystic Vale, good one. Gods Love Dinosaurs, 10 Days in Europe. I did get the expansion Tiny Ninjas. Also got Tiny Ninjas Heroes, which I haven't played yet. I want to try Cryo and Love the Marvel one. Excuse me, I actually brought the Love Letter Marvel edition yesterday to the 4th of July party. My niece, huge Marvel fan, and I was hoping to play with her, but we'll play it next time. It's my favorite version of Love Letter. Stacey Everdell says, I'm less familiar with the BG app than just using the desktop old school. Yeah, and I was doing them for when I first started in the hobby 5 years ago. I would just track them on the desktop BGG page. But yeah, I highly recommend BG's stats, the app. It's, for me personally, it's so much easier, and it's I like the interface, and it's just very simple, and it totally syncs with your BGG account. So a play that you put in the app, it'll show up on your BGG page like almost instantly. It's great. Let's see. Happen to be up, so I'm happy to be here, but I'll be sleeping. Oh yeah, folks. If y'all got to go back to sleep, I totally understand. You know, I do. I believe is Paula Deming streaming today. I think she normally streams at 9:30 a.m. on Mondays or 10ish or whatever. I would love to rate her. We can talk about games and we could see Paula play games. Paula's amazing. Stacy Everdell, yeah, Paleo is listed for 2 to 4 players, but man, it's a good solo. That's good. Oh, no AI, I'm all about it. Great. There's Mrs. Gav. Good morning, family. I'm wiping the sleep out of my eyes. Yep. Streaming Sagrada. All right, nice. Panda says she thinks she's still asleep. Nice. Yeah, hang out, folks. Let's. This is a way we're gonna ease into our week. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you have the day off. Enjoyed it. Funny story. Let me hydrate and I'll talk to you in a second. Funny story from this morning. I was up probably about 6:45 this morning. That's when I woke up at 6:30, 6:45. But you know, as I do, I like to ease into my day like we're doing right now. So I'm still laying there, starting to think, okay, I gotta get my day going. I want to stream at 8 today. You know, just going through the process, mental checklist. And then I hear the garbage truck outside. And I asked Michelle, I was like, is that the garbage truck? And she's like, I think so. And I was like, oh my gosh. So our disposal company is weird in our neighborhood. Normal, you know, you would think that they have the holiday off, but they have weird holidays where they just do weird things where they'll take different days off. So I totally forgot to put the trash cans out, the trash and recycling last night. And I just hear the truck. So I just run out there. I'm like, you know, half asleep. I run out there, take the trash. And it was like, so we have 3 different pickups on Monday. We have trash, we have recycling, and then we have green, you know, the stuff that leaves and stuff from the trees. It was the guy picking up the green trash. And I put the regular trash can out. I put the recycling out just as he was driving away. And I was like, darn it, I forgot to put the green trash out. We got about a half to a 3/4 can full of green trash. So, I mean, at least it's just leaves and like lawn cutting. So it's not going to like stink over the next week. I'll have them pick it up next week. So thankfully got the regular trash out. Yes, Dr. Three Butts in the house. Good morning. Good to see you, friend. Yes, let's hydrate. Morning, and Victor is in the house. Toro, how are you, friend? Good to see you on here. Yeah, we're just going to be doing my June game wrap up. Thank you for joining us, friends. I'm going to get into it now. Oh shoot, I just pressed the wrong button. Hold on a second. There it is, right there. I think that's the button I wanted to press. Yes. So I'm just going to go chronologically, starting with June 1st, going through all the games. I'm going to just talk a bit about each game and just some quick thoughts, and we'll get into it. So I'm going to transition over to this scene. Whoop! Hey, here we are. So this is the June gaming wrap up, and the first game I'd like to talk about is Catan dice game. I played this on June 1st. The first thing that strikes me about this game, look at that ranking. 5.7. That's low. And people don't like this game. I thought it was perfectly fine. It's very Yahtzee-like. And it's actually like when you play multiplayer. So I soloed it. And I was just playing along with chat, just going through the actions. To me, it has it has that feel of Catan without being Catan, right? I mean, you got the wheat, you got all the resources, you're trading. But I mean, I thought it was fine, perfectly fine. It's a roll and write. So you've got your little, let me see if I can press here and show you the sheet. You have a score sheet. You're going to roll the 5 dice or 6 dice. And then you're just going to go around here and mark off what you've gotten. So as you mark off resources, you're going to mark off the roads, settlements, and cities. As you collect resources, you trade them just like Catan for certain resources. Then you'll eventually build up to your cities and settlements. You score different victory points depending on what you've drawn. And you'll see here on this street, this is Island 1. This is like the basic version of the game, where you just go around, you take, I think it's however many turns, then you total up your score, and there it is. You lose points for what do you lose points for? I don't think you lose points during each turn if you don't, or no, you just don't score points. I think that's what it is. But yeah, just as a simple filler, I think it's perfectly fine. I don't know why it's, I guess because, you know, it's a dice game. People just don't like it or whatever. But you do get rerolls. You get I think it's, you roll up to 3 times, but you have to like, I mean, you may like lock dice for each turn, then you just re-roll up to 3 times. And yeah, I mean, it is luck of the roll, right? But perfectly fine, I thought. It was, yeah. Oh, Dr. Three Putt played 1846 on June 1st. Yeah, a much heavier game than I played. Dead Last Skin. I wonder if it suffers from being the dice version of Poppy. I feel like that's part of it. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think it should be, yeah, a 5. Like a 5, I usually think of like really bad games. I mean, come on, at least a 6, right? But hey, Stockfish, I'd probably call it a fine game, a 6. So I don't think 5.6. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Now they do have the second island, which is more interactive. I don't know if they have a picture of that. That's Island 1. Oh, that one actually looks really nice. Look at that. That's got a nice little dice tray. But yeah, you got a bunch of sheets. Oh, that's different languages there. Oh, wow. So I didn't get the deluxe version. I just have the standard edition. These look fancy. This game's been around for a while. So there's many variations of it. Yeah, 2007. So, oh my gosh. I didn't think it was that old. It's old. But anyways, that's the first one, Catan dice game. That's the first game I played this month. Let's go on to the next one, shall we? The next one I played was not Catan dice game. Here it is, right here, Fossil Canyon. This was on Kickstarter recently. Michelle and I played a 2-player game of this. This is a very light set collection game. This is, if you're as veteran gamers or more experienced gamers, I would only recommend this as a quick filler. Or this is definitely something for families with younger children. So this is geared towards a family experience and also an educational experience. This one has a lot of cool facts about dinosaurs, and it was put together with the help of people. I want to say science people. I think it was like the Chicago. Let me see if they have it here. It's a family-oriented STEM game. There was oh, here it is. It was the Field Museum of Chicago. So there were people from there that collaborated on the game. So there's the designer Kevin Lynch. No artist is credited, but the art is fine. It looks, I think it's dinosaurs, right? It's very light set collection. What I really dig about this, I don't know if you can see it, and actually you can. Right here, the score track is like a jigsaw puzzle. So each person has their museum. You're trying to collect dinosaurs for your museum. And the bigger dinosaurs, like the T-Rex is the ultimate, right? Like that's the ultimate one to attract fans to your museum or people to your museum. You'll see the track here. The bigger the numbers are, the larger the pieces. So you're adding the piece to your jigsaw puzzle. And it's a really neat way to do a score track, because you could physically just see, hey, my track is the longest of all the players, so I am in the lead. This one right here, obviously, you can see this player here has got 2 pieces. They are in the lead. So I thought that was really clever. The art is really neat. The game is really simple. I mean, it's not a brain burner, but it is a lot of fun for younger and early gamers. Definitely recommend it because it's got dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are always, as they say, they're hot, right? So that's Fossil Canyon. That was Kickstarted successfully. So I think they probably they were looking at like 10 grand. They got like 40 or 50 grand. So they did a really good job of running this campaign. I do want to say, I should be upfront. They did sponsor our channel for the playthrough. So shout out to Polymath Play for that. Let's see. Let me check. Yeah, maybe they want more Catan. Okay, how do you rank scale 1 to 10? Yeah, 5 is usually average. Well, no, 5 for me would probably be more like on the lean on the side of not a good game. 7, I feel like a lot of 7s are average for me. So yeah, probably 7. I'll be perfectly honest though, I don't put too much thought into rankings. Maybe I should. Maybe I should be more, diligent about, hey, this is a 7, 7.5. I get it. I do a lot of decimal points. You'll see if you ever see my thing, I'll have like a bunch of 7.5s, 6.5s, so forth. Um, I'm I lean towards. I mean, I like so many games. So I lean more towards a positive side, I think. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let's see. So let's see what everyone played in June 2nd. Dr. Three Putt played Patchwork and Watergate. Oh, great. I think one of those may be coming up soon, Dr. Three Putt. Yeah, Fossil Canyon, it's a perfectly fine game. The components and stuff were great. We played a prototype, but it looked fantastic on the table. It was really cool. And you get a lot of those cool factoids as well. So you actually learn while you play. So highly recommend that one for an educational experience. Let's see, people talking about their average scores. Let's see. BG ranks 1 equals awful. Oh, okay. So Stacey Everdell actually has the ranks. Thank you, Stacey Everdell. So here we go. Awful, very bad, bad, not so good. 5 is mediocre. I'm fair. I'm okay with that. 6 okay, 7 good, 8 very good, 9 excellent, 10 outstanding. I think that's pretty much where I fall into it. I need to think more about my things as rankings. Dr. Three, but yes, so many games, so few time to play. Agreed. Excuse me. Let's move on to the next game. As I try to get my... we were just talking about this game, actually. So, spoiler alert, the next one is going to be the one we just talked about, Watergate. This immediately jumped into my top 10 two-player games of all time. If not, and I say that, top two-player games of all time, I couldn't even tell you my top 10. I should write them down or like put a spreadsheet together. I know my two-player games, games. Well, Watergate is definitely one of them. This is a game from Capstone Games. We're looking at Matthias Kramer as the designer. It is a hand management game with a neat tug-of-war element to it. One side is the Nixon administration. The other are the journalists at the Washington Post and actually the press, right? But we do have the famous or infamous, if you will, Woodward and Bernstein. You play a card on your turn. That's it. You play a card for one of two things: either the value on it, because you're trying to move tokens, either momentum or your was it momentum or gosh, I forgot what it's called. Back and forth. Let me see if anyone got it. Yeah. Here, I'll just look at momentum. Oh, it doesn't say here. It's just one player plays as Nixon. Anyways, you're trying to move these tokens back and forth. You also have evidence tokens you're trying to move back and forth. Initiative. Thank you, Dr. Three Putt. Initiative, momentum, and evidence tokens. You play a card for its value number. That means you can go, hey, I'm going to play this one 2 spaces back towards me. Or you can play the event. A lot of the times, the events are very strong, and you take them out of the game, which is really neat. But if you want to save them later, maybe you want to just move the tokens, initiative, momentum, or evidence back and forth, use it for the number, it'll recycle. You probably get through your deck if you're fortunate one time, at least go through it one time in a game. Then the second time you can really set yourself up. But it's a wonderful tug of war. I highly recommend this game. This shot up. Michelle and I played it once. Boom, immediate favorite. Michelle really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I introduced it to my friend Daryl. He really enjoyed it. So 2-player game, one of my faves. Highly, highly recommend. This one is probably, it says 30, 60 minutes. I've never played a game longer than like 35 minutes. It's really just, it's a really streamlined, fast game. I do like the way you have to build a network. So the journalists are trying to get witnesses to corroborate, their stories. So they're trying to pinpoint these witnesses to Nixon, right? And you do this along a little track, and it's really neat. It looks like an evidence board, like you see on like crime shows. But the Nixon administration is trying to stop that. So you can, if you pick up the tokens as a Nixon administration, you put them face down so they block. It's a really neat system. Highly recommend it. Yeah, Daryl B. Gaiman loves it as well. Yeah, great game. I'm going to snack real quick on my pita and hummus. Pardon me. Would love to hear what your favorite 2-player games. Oh, Dr. Three Putt, Imperial Struggle. I have not played that one. I played Twilight Struggle, but not Imperial. Definitely need to try that out. Okay. I'm going to move on here. Again, I played 29 games in June, 44 different, or 29 different games, 44 times. So had some repeats. Watergate, I think I played 3 or 4 times this month. Really good. Let's move on to the next game, shall we? So this next game, another Kickstarter. This one, I should say, full disclosure, Capstone sponsored our stream for that one. And this next one is the Book of Villainy. This is another Kickstarter game that was fully funded. Congrats to designer Fatisa Elise and the team over at Gold Seal Games. Again, full disclosure, they sponsored our stream. This is another game that we really enjoyed, Michelle and I. This is a Rondel-based game. If you know me, I am not the biggest Rondel fan. Okay, just I don't know why. It's just like those two. Like it reminds me of like the Mancala mechanism too. I'm not the biggest fan of those, but I feel like Book of Villainy is made for me because it's gateway plus style Rondel, where you're going around a circle, right? Basic Rondel, going around a circle. Where you land is what action you do. This got a really fun theme. You are villains or bad guys or baddies, and you're writing your book of villainy, right? All your dastardly deeds. But it's funny because it's like sort of like a B movie. You're like really bad at these crimes, and it's got a wonderful sense of humor. The design is solid though. Going around, you do an action. Sometimes you can block other players. So there's just, I think there's like a tiny bit of take that in this game. What I really dug about this game though, you're trying to build a tableau in addition to going around the rondel and taking actions. The cards that you place, if you place them in order, you're going to get extra victory points. Otherwise, they're just points on top of them that you're going to score. You also have some set collection as well, certain symbols. There are special abilities. Each character that is in the game has a different ability. Just a rock solid design. We enjoyed it from beginning to end. That's the Book of Villainy, fully funded on Kickstarter. I don't know if they're doing late pledge or not. Y'all can check that out on the internet if they do. I'm going to take another sip of water. Please stay hydrated with me, friends. I need to check something real quick on the interweb. Actually, I'm going to shut down this real quick here. And yeah, so that's the Book of Villainy. Friends, let me know if you have played any of these games. Stacey Everdale says BGG ranking system. So if one ranks a game on BGG, I think is just average 7. Yep, they just ranked it higher. Maybe that is why some games get higher rankings than they deserve. Yeah. Dr. Threeputt got 50 plays over 32 games in June. Very good month, Dr. Threeputt. Very nice. Slackfish favorite 2-player games, Atargi, Jaipur. Yeah, definitely. And I know that Ruel has Aquateria. Yeah, Aquateria I really, really love. I don't know why that doesn't get as much love. Again, everyone's got different tastes. I think Aquateria is just so good. It burns my brain, surprisingly, for a 2-player game. Maybe it's just like the tile lane aspect to it, I guess. Panda's favorite 2-player games, Patchwork, Targi, Jaipur. Oh, Star Realms, yes. Star Realms, deck builder, love it. Let's continue here. Oh, Pen Angel, my June 58 plays, 10 plays of Dominion on the website. Oh, nice. That was another good month there. I'm going to move on here. The next game on my list is, okay, fair warning, it was a sponsored stream, Robot Quest Arena, Wise Wizard Games. This is designed by Paul Waite. I do want to shout out the team there for sponsoring our stream. This is speaking. We just Amanda just mentioned Star Realms, from the same company that does Star Realms, and a lot of similar gameplay as far as trying to combo, excuse me, deck building style. But it has minis. It's really, I love the theme of robots in this arena. Sort of like if you remember BattleBots from back in the day, or there's another show where people program robots to battle each other in arena. This is a very similar theme, but if you have not seen it, it's got for my money, it's got the greatest Kickstarter video ever. I watched that video. I was like, is this a show, like a animated show? Because it was brilliant. Had really cool music, neat little animation. Definitely check this one out if you're a deck builders. I like it because any deck building that I do, I'm of the type of gamer. I really prefer deck builders as part of like as one mechanism in a bigger game. I mentioned this before. I love like Tyrants of the Underdark, Trains, Clank, something where you're playing deck, you're doing deck building, but you're like moving on a board. This does it in spades. You're using it to move your robots, to fire weapons. You can upgrade your weapons. A lot of fun. Michelle and I, I won, and it's so much fun. Seeing the robots, go at each other. Highly recommend. Stacy Everdell says, I've been to Aquaterra. Oh, 20 years apart. Nice. Very cool to see how much more they discovered. It still looks like much like a dig site. So go, okay, nice. Awesome. Yeah, Mrs. Gav 2020. That's Michelle right there. I remember punching you in the face. She punched me in the face a lot that game. We had a good time with that. Stay hydrated, my friends. Stacey Everdell says, I feel the same way about deck builders. I don't like it as the only mechanism. Yeah. Now, that being said, there are some, like Dominion, I still enjoy. That's a pure deck builder, right? There's games like that I enjoy, but I would always prefer something with a board. That's just my style. But I think you get me. So that's Robot Quest Arena fully. I mean, this one blew. I want to say they did at least 250 grand. It was a big Kickstarter. So congrats to that team. Next up, we're gonna look at my next game. We're talking about 2-player games. I didn't mention this one, but one of my favorites. It is Sun Tzu. This is a game that was out. Let's see. We can look right here. It's 16 years ago. Alan Newman. Oh, he goes by Al Newman now. I guess that's on the box. This is Alan Newman. I don't know if this is still in print, but this used to be Dynasties, and then they rethemed it Sun Tzu. Oh, here it is. Yeah, alternate names. Dynasties. 2 more. What other names was it under? Oh, okay. Wow. I know it is Sun Tzu. This is a 2-player area control game. This one's a favorite of mine and Daryl's because we like that type of like sort of like we're I think also Daryl and I, we both have brothers as siblings, and I think it's just that brotherly, you're always fighting, and excuse me, this one is a in your face, direct conflict game, area control. You're playing cards. It's a hand management game as well. You're playing cards in order to try to take over each little area in ancient China. You have different numbered cards, and the higher number will quote unquote win. But what you do is if I played a 5, you played a 2, I would place 3 of my armies, the difference onto that board. But what's neat about this, there's so many cards that have like different abilities that trigger and different ways that you can sort of set yourself up. You can move armies. And then you only have a limited amount of armies. So you try to set yourself up so when you have no more armies in your supply, you're going to pull from other regions. First adjacent regions, and then after that, regions from other outside the board. Daryl did this really cool move in our last game. This was something that he did in the very last round where he was able to he set me up perfectly, where he moved all his armies around in order to take over each area. And it would have worked, except he left one army, I think in one region, where fortunately I was able to put some of my armies there, and I took over that one region, and that was the difference in the game. So I was very fortunate. But that play that Daryl did was sweet. So I got to give him credit for that. It's a 30-minute game. Actually, this one actually can go a little longer because it's thinkier than you would believe. And they have event cards as well you can play with. Certain events come up where you're going to kill off armies. There's one of my favorite cards is the what's that called? The plague card. So you set yourself up. There's 5 different provinces. You put one card down in front of each secretly, then you reveal simultaneously. And the plague one basically kills all the armies in that, or half the armies in that region. Always funny to see that one played. But Sun Tzu recommended if you're into area majority or area control type games and you don't mind a little direct conflict. Highly recommend that one. Okay. Daryl Game, can't say enough how good this game. Yeah, Daryl and I are big fans of this. Yeah, so good. Okay, so this was, by the way, played this on June. I believe the date was June 12th of this month. Was that June? Yeah, it was June 12th. This was a Saturday, and the first time that I got to see Amanda and play a game with her in real life. This was Gaviola Game Day. We celebrated our 1-year Twitch anniversary, Twitch affiliate anniversary. So we had a how long was it? Like a 8-hour shift? It was 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, 8 hours of gaming, a big live stream. Really wonderful. We had a lot of sponsors, companies. We gave out a bunch of games. This is the game that Daryl and I started off in the morning was Sun Tzu. And I'll go through each game. I'm going chronologically in the month. So after Sun Tzu, we played a new game, which will be out really soon. This was Enchanted Plumes from Calliope Games. This one, we actually gave away a copy of this. I like to call this one a friendlier version of Arboretum. If you ever played Arboretum, in spite of how beautiful that game is with the art, it's a mean game, and we like to call it mean trees. It's you're building your Arboretum of beautiful trees. But if you play that one, it is cutthroat. And some people call it murder trees. We call it mean trees, but I think both describe it perfectly. Enchanted Plumes is not as mean, and it is just as beautiful as it. Let me click on the page or the images here. It's gorgeous. There are some examples. You are building your peacock plumes, the feathers of the peacock. Look! Oh, this is a great photo on BGG. Just absolutely gorgeous. Meeple the Moose. Again, I'm recommending most of the games on this list that I'm going through because I love gaming, but I'm very fortunate that we played some really terrific games. And here's a spoiler alert. Whenever most of the time when I take sponsorships, I suss them out pretty good. Like I will only most of the time. Actually, no. Let me take that back. I always look for games that I feel like are going to get a positive response from me, mainly me and Michelle, sometimes Lauren, and sometimes Daryl. They may not always hit with us, but I'm not going to take games that I don't think are going to fit our channel, right? As much as I love Twilight Imperium, I'm not going to take a game like that because I'm not going to play a game on stream for 20 hours or whatever it takes online. But so for the most part, whenever we try to partner, I talk to companies that I feel like is a good fit for us. I have turned down some sponsorships because I just didn't feel like it would be right because, I've gotten away from like straight reviewing games because I feel like when there's a bad game, I've written reviews about bad games before. It's just, I feel like it's not a productive use of my time. I'd rather put all my time and energy something I really enjoy, something that I love. And games like this that we sponsor, 99% of the times we actually enjoy them. So there have been a few misses, and you could probably watch the videos of those and sort of see. But anyways, Enchanted Plumes, this one we loved. And I mean, just look at it. It is a set collection game, hand management game. You play cards to a tableau, and the tableau is neat because it's actually going to be little peacocks like this. Not all of them are going to be as big or as awesome as these. You can do ones that are as small as like 3 cards. Hey, here's someone playing a game. And that's your hand right there. You have the numbers. You start a peacock, with the top row. And those, you're trying to get the low numbers on top because those are negative points. You don't want to get stuck. So if you can put the low numbers at top, let's see this example, just like that, then the numbers below that, positive points. So if you have a 0 on top, a 0, 1, and 3, you're at -4. But then if you put like a 5, 6, next one, that's 11. You can negate the negative. And then if you finish a peacock, you're going to get a point for each card that's in your completed peacock. So it's a beautiful game. I've said this a few times, highly recommend it. It's plays in about 30, 40 minutes. Let's see. Dead Last Again, there are ways that multiple people can score each stream Arboretum, but that doesn't seem to happen much. Yep. And as far as Arboretum, the tableau building is trickier than Enchanted Plumes. Enchanted Plumes, you're just building little peacocks. Arboretum, you definitely have to think more. It's a little crunchier. Like, how are you going to build your tableau left to right, up and down? Then trying to get those numbers in sequence as well. This, you don't have to worry about that. So it's definitely a lighter experience, but oh, so good. Such a good game. Gorgeous game. Fun. Meatball in the Moose says, writing negative reviews takes so much energy. Absolutely not worth the time to do. Yeah, and I get it. And for those that do it, I have the utmost respect and admiration for them. But yeah, personally for me, I'd rather just focus on positive. If you don't see a game, if I don't talk about a game, it's either number one, I've never played it, or number two, I don't like it, and there's so many games. I'd rather just focus on ones I enjoy. So that's Enchanted Plumes. I played that as part of Gaviola Game Day. The next game that we played on Gaviola Game Day, again, we're going in chronological order, is Smash Up Marvel. So Smash Up Marvel, this is a collaboration between AEG, who owns the Smash Up license, and the Op, who owns certain Marvel licenses. They got together, and just like Smash Up, they mashed up two. You see what I did there? Smashed up two different IPs or properties and came up with Smash Up Marvel. Smash Up Marvel. God's honest truth. I'm not the biggest fan of it, of Smash Up, but I did like Smash Up Marvel a lot because of the theme. I love, I'm a big Spider-Man guy. That's my favorite superhero. So like being able to smash up the Spider-Verse universe, the Spider-Verse cards or faction with like something like, Shield, or even like the Sinister Six, like bad guys. A lot of fun. And so Smash Up, I think my thing is with Smash Up, it always goes too long for my taste. But in the 2-player game, it's a lot quicker. So I think I'll only play this 2 or 3 players now. I've been in a 4-player game. Does it play up to 5? No, 4-player game that was like an hour and a half, and I was just done with it. I was like, as much as I enjoyed it, you're playing cards. It's like area control. You have your special abilities for each faction. You smash up 2. You put 2 decks together. A lot of fun that way. But it should not take longer than 40 minutes, I think, 45 minutes. And it can go up to an hour. Now, that being said, there are fans of this game, and AEG this is one of their evergreen titles, and I can see why. It's a lot of fun. For me personally, it goes a little long, but the Smash Up Marvel games I've played a 3-player with Michelle and Lauren, played 2-player with Daryl, and I think I might have played a 2-player with Michelle as well. I liked it a lot, mainly because of the theme. So if you're into Marvel, this one may be up your alley. If you're not into Smash Up, it's probably not going to change your mind. But I did give it a little, like, I wouldn't rank it a 7.8 like it is on BGG, but definitely a 7 for this one. I did have fun with this. Slivers in the chat. Hi, Slivers. Thanks for joining us, friend. Good to see you on here. Yeah, we're just talking about the games I played in June, and then we're going to raid Paula Deming afterwards if she goes live today. She may take the day off. I'm not sure, but I think someone said that she's. I think it was Dead Last Again said she's due to play Sagrada. We'll see. So that's Smash Up Marvel again. Full disclosure: the Op sponsored our stream for this game for the Gaviola Game Day. So we gave away a copy of it. I had fun with it. Hopefully Daryl did too. I don't know. Actually, Daryl I think beat me at this game. So boo earns for that. To live in Dyson LA, good morning, friend. Good to see you. Hope everyone's had a great 4th. Yes. If you celebrated yesterday, I hope you were safe and sane. I hope everyone still has their 10 fingers, or if you don't, that's okay too. But let's move on. I'm just going over. This is the June gaming wrap up for those of you just joining. I'm just talking about the games that I played in June, and we're going in chronological order. There's no set. I'm not ranking them, but the next game after we played Special Marvel, this is where Amanda joined us during Gaviola Game Day. We played Disney Villainous, the Despicable Plots expansion. And I do want to again mention that Ravensburger did sponsor this stream. Full disclosure, this one I'm not the biggest Disney Villainous fan. Sort of like I'm not the biggest Smash Up fan, but depending on the characters, I really get into it. And I think this is another game I think that suffers from, for me personally, a little too long for my taste. I want this game to be in 30 minutes or less, and I found a way to do it. A couple of months ago, we played a tournament through on Gen Con TV with the Brothers Murph, Omar Akil, Paula Deming, and a few other guests who I'm sorry if I forget your name. But we played a timed game where we had to play it within like 30 to 35 minutes. I liked it then. I thought it was fun to just like, you can't overthink things, and you know, you're getting you're going to get through your deck, play the cards. This one has a ton of take that. If you're not going to take that games, this is not for you. This is always, you're always messing with the other players, but that's part of it. You were Disney villains. You were the baddies. So the theme, if you're in Disney, I would highly recommend it because they do such a great job of capturing each character, putting in the game, and you're going to mess around with, mess up each other, basically. It is fun. But for me, and like I played 3 and 4 players games of this, bit too long for my taste. I love it at 2. I do enjoy it at 2. Amanda and I played this one. Let's see. It was Gaviola Game Day. I believe, did I win this one, or I think I won this one. So I look at I did win this one. I know I was Gaston. I forgot what character Amanda was. But this one, for 2 players, I think it's wonderful. It's fun. I do prefer the Marvel a theme because I'm more of a Marvel than a Disney guy. Well, I mean, they're all the same anyways, but I like playing like with Iron Man, the Iron or the baddies in the Marvel universe. I am still the champion. Thank you, Amanda. I will put that up. Yes, so I was the champion of the Ravensburger tournament, and yes, I defeated Amanda this time, so I still hold the championship. We'll see how long I hold it. Stacey Everett asked, no, they are not deck builders. They are hand management games. You don't, as Amanda said, you don't really buy cards. You're just playing them. And you're trying to earn victory points. And there's certain ways the cards play. You're going to attack other players. They don't call it attack. You're going to have like to fate them. They're going to use fate. So if you play a fate on certain characters, then the good people of their little universe there will appear and like stop them from doing their deeds. I'm going to take another snack here, folks. Don't forget to hydrate and eat while we're doing this. Oh, To Live and Dice in LA has Sound Machine drowned out the fireworks. So, oh, good. I'm so glad Evie could sleep. I was wondering about that. Like, yeah, people get so crazy with their fireworks. And again, I enjoy fireworks, but come on, be smart, people. Be respectful. Slackfish, I need to highlight that comment. This is great. Interesting list. Top 3 games made better by playing with a chess clock. We have an idea. Talking with Gaming Lannister a while back. I want to play a game of Twilight Imperium with a chess clock. So everyone, if we can I want to do a full game, 6 players. Everyone has 30 minutes on the clock to do their moves. So you cannot think, I want to be able to finish this game in 2.5 hours. So everyone gets like 20 or 30 minutes on your clock, on your turn, hit that clock and do a move, boom. Next person, boom. And see how fast we can do it. Like, it's just like no dome in it, right? Just no thinking. You're going around and around. I want to see how fast we can do it. It would be difficult with the diplomacy or like whenever we're going to Mechatal Rex, but we can figure that out. I think that'd be fun. Paula seems like doing that speed playing. I'm totally down with that. Yeah. Dead Last Again, stream snack, breakfast, bowl of frosted mini wheats, and a glass of diet cran grape juice. I like that combination. It's so funny. I'm thinking, I haven't had frosted mini wheats in years, man. Now I'm sort of craving that. I like those. I haven't had those in so long. Okay. I love that just above your head, the screen says hot on Amazon. Apparently, I'm hot on Amazon, folks. Thanks, Slackfish. Let's go to the next game. This is another one from our Gaviola Game Day on June 12th. This is Abandon All Artichokes. Love it. Play it all the time. It is not a deck building, but a deck wrecking game. And it's I would call it a gateway to deck builders. If you want to introduce people to the concept of, hey, I've got this deck of cards, I'm going to add things to it in order to do what I want to do. In this case, you want to get rid of all the artichoke cards that everyone starts with 10 of them. You're going to draw from the market. You're going to play cards from your hand. Really simple. I love the fact that it got rid of like the whole currency thing. So, I need to have these many cards to buy this one. No, Emma Larkin's a wonderful designer. She did such a great job of this. And, it's just all about taking a card and then playing whatever's in your hand, discarding them, and then shuffling or drawing. If you draw no artichokes, you've won the game. That's the one win condition. But your deck is going to get stronger, but it's got this really neat balance of you're adding cards and you try in order to try to subtract cards. Really cool game. We use it all the time as a fun filler. I brought it yesterday hoping we'd be able to play it, but we didn't. But highly recommend this. That's Abandon All Artichokes. Good morning, Dutch Yoda. Good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining us. The game cupboard's in the house too as well. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm doing the games that I played last month in June. It's the June gaming wrap up. And actually, I want to fix this here. Now that you pointed out, Slackfish, it's totally bothering me. My whole I am hot on Amazon. I need to cover that. Just too silly. Hot on Amazon, apparently, folks. So Abandon All Artichokes. Love this game. Emma Larkins. The art is super cute. I need to click on some of this art because it is so cute. What is that? Oh, that's the help cards. Here are the cards right there. They're so cute. You got artichokes. You've got peppers, potatoes, carrots, eggplants, peas, corn. They're so happy. Onions, beets, broccoli. Excuse me. There's a promo card as well, rhubarb, that I would like to add to our game. I don't know how to get that. I think it's probably in the BGG store, right? That's Abandon All Artichokes. Yeah, so cute, right? This game I feel like is perfect for the expansion. I've listened to a couple of podcasts where Emma Larkins, the designer, talks about how she started this game just as she just likes alliteration. So she just started a spreadsheet A through Z and just came up with names for games. And someone saw Abandon All Artichokes and said, you should totally make that in a game. And she did. And she made this game. And I feel like, and then she talked about the design of it. And she said there were so many more veggies in the game, but they pared it down for game right. So I'm already thinking it's a no-brainer for an expansion, right? So fun fact too, when Michelle and we met Emma a few years ago when we went up to Canada. She was, I don't know if she still is, but she was in the Pacific Northwest at the time. We met up and she showed us a prototype of Abandon All Artichokes. I remember, I'll never forget. We didn't play it, and I sort of kicked myself. I didn't ask her to play it. She just showed it to us, and it had it was cute little art. Oh, this is interesting. And she talked about it as a deck builder. I was like, cool. And sure enough, now I was like, okay, I can't wait. I honestly thought she was going to self-publish it, but she pitched it to Game Right, and it's awesome. So awesome. Okay, next game. Let's move on to let's see. That was the June. We are in the June game wrap up. That was Abandon All Artichokes. I'm having trouble saying Abandon All Artichokes. The next game is a family favorite and a big time favorite. It is Cartographers, a role player tale. The roll and write version, not even version, or the roll and write game set in the role player universe. So good, easily top 5, maybe even I'd say top 3 roll and writes of my personal favorite list. Flip and fill, if you want to get technical. Flip and write, flipping cards. You're trying to fill up this map in the way that'll score you the most points. Man, I'm looking at these pictures online. People go all out. I just color the blocks or whatever. Wow, these are like Michelle. She uses Hers always looks like a Tetris board. It's so cool. But these people straight get up all artistic in this. Look at this. There's some of the cards. So each round, you're flipping cards over, and that'll tell you what shape to draw as well as what type. So each one has a different terrain. You place those terrains down depending on the scorecards, which are different every game. And, some will score. Okay, there's one that looks like a Tetris, with different colors. Love this game. As I've said for quite a few of these, highly recommend. Man, I'm blown away by somehow the. Okay, see, now this is more my style of drawing. Whoever did this, that's what I do. My forests always look like lollipops. Yeah. Cartographers. So, no artists here. Yeah, I also love that I was playing one scar and card. Oh, Cartographer's wrong. Oh, no way. Really? Which one was it? Because I know in the past I've scored incorrectly. And probably Amanda might have helped me figure one card out this time, or maybe it was the previous time. Yeah, I'd love to know which one. The Heroes expansion, yes. Meeple and the Moose Heroes expansion is good. We did a sponsor stream with them for that one. That was really good. Game Cupboard says, it flew under our radar for a long while. We're getting, oh yeah. And that's the thing. There's a lot of games that I miss. They fly under my radar, or I just don't think they'll fit for, my gameplay. But then I come around to it and it's like, why didn't I play this like 5 years ago? But great games, as long as I feel like this is an evergreen title. This will be around because it's just so good. Deadlight Skin, the one where buildings need to touch 3 other types to score. I missed that mountains count. Oh, yeah, to count. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the different terrains, right? Cool. So that is Cartographers, friends, roll and write. Set in the role player world. Love it. The next game, let's go over here. The next one I've got, very light game. This is Roll For It Deluxe. This is part of Gaviola Game Day. This is pretty much a go-to for us for fillers. 6.6. Have I ranked this? I don't know if I've ranked it personally. I'd give it like a 7.5, honestly. I rank, I don't, for each game, I rank them according to, my personal game experience and, how they fit within the genre, their particular genre. This is a 7.5, or if not an 8 for light dice chucking games. It's a race to 40 points. You and your opponents have your own set of dice, and you're trying to capture these point cards. There they are there. So if you see there, the number 1, or the first card here, has 2 1s, and it's worth 2 points. Whoever rolls 2 1s first will claim that card for 2 points. It's a race to 40 points. You each have 6 dice. So this one here, for big 15 points, much more difficult. You must have all 6 dice rolled there to get the 15 points. Michelle beat me on Gaviola Game Day, crushed me, I think, twice. I think we played it 2 or 3 times because it's so fast. It's like 5 to 15 minutes. Let me see. It says here 30 minutes. I've never played a game that long of this. Even at the highest player counts. Well, no. I played, I think, a 5-player game of this. 5 or 6. But 20 minutes tops. Wonderful light game, great for new gamers. If you're going to, I actually had this in my bag yesterday, just in case we played games yesterday at the family party. If people never played modern board games, this is the one. I love bringing this one. It's super easy to teach. Love Meeples. Hi, Love Meeples. Thanks for joining us. There are just too many great games. Some are guaranteed to slip under the radar. It's a great problem. It is. Imagine, just think about, if you're old enough like me, think about 25 years ago, what was available compared to now. Yeah, there's a game for everyone, friends. Dead Last Skin. Oh, Dead Last Skin, talking about that Cartographer's card. Yeah, way too hard until you figured it out. Nice. High score. How would you rate Cartographers? Cartographers, I may have rated it. I did. I gave Cartographers an 8. I need to bump that up. Cartographers is like a 9. Again, this was, I don't keep up to date on my rankings and stuff. Of course, like I haven't even ranked this, so just not that important to me. But I'll go back to it. Kanya McCavery, thank you for joining us. Says Corfer is one of the games my family will play with us. We play it on. Oh, nice. Play on. It's a totally perfect game for Zoom. You can. just as long as everyone can see the cards, they can play with their own dice. That's so awesome. I didn't even think about that. The deluxe version of this game, by the way, it comes in a nice tin, and it has different colored dice. It has 2 decks of cards. Like, you can totally just play the regular version. It's fine. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Another one that was played on Gaviola Game Day. Blank Slate. This is actually a game I played yesterday, thanks to my niece for busting it out at our family party. I was always thrilled when, hey, Uncle Ruel, would you like to play this? Yes, we have a younger gamer in the family. Blank Slate, perfect party game for family get-togethers. Super easy to teach. 20 to 35 minutes, yeah, that's about right. I played 20-minute games of this at the full player count of 8. You get a card, has 1 word on it. It's a blank space afterwards. Let's do an example here. So, something like, where are the cards? No one has any cards? There's some people playing it. Well, okay. There's the different language version. Something like blank great, or great blank, or 2 blank, or blank 2. And everyone on their little sheet or their little board writes a word that they think will go that, and then you reveal simultaneously. If you match with exactly 1 player, you get 3 points. You match with multiple players, everyone gets 1 point. Match with no players, 0 points. And then the first player to, I think it's 25, wins the game. Super simple, great game to play on Zoom as well. Again, that's one cool thing. I mean, if there's one cool thing come out from this last year is the fact that there are so many games that you can play over Zoom, so you can stay connected with friends and family. Blank Slate was one of ours that we definitely played during the pandemic, and we still play in real life. Okay. Stacy says, okay, this is a good point, Stacy. Yeah, ranking is important to us, said with love. For instance, I head over to Rado's BGG list a lot to see what he thinks of the game because I know where yeah, that's true. That is true, yes. And I do the same. It's funny. I do the same thing. I look at other people's rankings, and yeah, Rado, we have different tastes. Like my tastes line up. Well, obviously with Daryl Big Game and my buddy, we have very similar tastes. I'm an Omni gamer. I know Rado prefers like heavier, crunchier Euros. I do like my Euros, but I probably more. Yeah, I do enjoy Euros a little bit more than Air Trash. More stuff that's like in your face. But we all have the. Now that you said that, Stacey, now I'm gonna have to look. I need to start ranking my games a little more regularly, I think. Okay. Yeah, game covered. Highly recommend Blank Slate. Highly recommend. Slackfish says, remember getting the lowest score during Yellow Game Day. Let's see. Oh, Stacey Everdell says, play Cartographers. Welcome to Railroad Inc. Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective over Zoom. All great games to play over Zoom. Very nice. So that's Blank Slate. Let's move on to my next game I played in June. This actually ended our Gaviola Game Day, thanks to Ravensburger. This was Strike. Strike is awesome. I haven't ranked this. I'm gonna do a live ranking for you right now, friends, here on the stream. I'm ranking it 10. There it is. 10 out of 10. Love this game. It's silly. It's a dice chucker. Got like the tiniest bit of dexterity element to it. Love it. So good. You and your opponents have a certain number of dice depending on player count. You roll them into the arena one at a time. There's one die that starts in the arena at the start. You throw your die in. If you match with a die or dice in the arena, you take those out. Your turn is over. If you do not match, you have an option. You push and add another die, roll another die in there in order to try to get a match. And by doing that, you can strike the other dice to try to change their numbers. Or you can stop and the other player goes. If you roll an X, the strike, that game is removed. That die is removed from the game. That's it. And you go until there's one player standing with at least one die. That player, the last player standing, wins. Love Meeple says, just wish Strike was a bit longer, but that might be one of its wins as well. Yeah, and I agree, 100%. Michelle crushed me 3 times in this game. was it 3 or 4 during Gaviola game day. It was a lot of fun. This is Lauren's, our daughter Lauren's, one of her favorite games. This is always a hit no matter where we go. This one, I can't believe it's 6.8. I guess it's not serious enough or whatever. It's a 10 in my book, folks. No matter where you go, it's a lot of fun. Oh, love Strike. Simple to teach, quick to play. Highly recommend. Let's move on. The next game that I have here on my list. Oh, Love Meeples. I think Tumbling Dice is awesome. I love Tumbling Dice too. I don't like the list price on it. It's like over $100 for that game, but it's beautiful. It's like almost like getting a Crokinole board, right? The Crokinole boards are like pricey, but Tumbling Dice, I think my wife Michelle would love that game. I played it at Dice Tower West with a couple of buddies of mine that I ran into there. So good, but so expensive. Dice or Strike, totally affordable, fun game. You could find, I think you can find it at Target, as you call it. The next game on my list is actually I'm going to hydrate first, folks. Okay, is Spirits of the Wild. This game is out of print, unfortunately. I think top 10 2-player game for me. It has elements of like Herbaceous, that type of set collection where you can get like different types of animal, like for like each animal, spirit animals will tell you what type they want you to collect. Like these turtle wants all the same color, all the yellows, for instance. Salmon wants different colors. The beaver wants a 3 of a kind and a 2 of a kind, so like a full house. It's really cool. I don't know why this is not printed anymore. It is a Mattel game, folks. Would you ever have said Mattel? You know, because they're known for like super light, you know, quote unquote mainstream games. This one rocks. And 7.4, yeah, I have it at 7.5. I could easily put this as an 8. It's a 2-player game, 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah, that's probably about right. You draw stones out of a bag. So there's that luck element. You draw them, and then you have different cards. It's an action selection game. You have different actions you can take. But like, for instance, take stones, add stones, take some out, trade stones, whatever. And then when you draw the 6th spirit stone, which I think is like the clear one, the game is over. Then you go to your board, score the points. So good. If you can track this down, maybe on eBay or like at a local gaming convention, like a flea market, definitely pick it up. It was list price was like $15 at Target when it was still there. I don't know if they're ever going to reprint it. I hope they do. It's a wonderful game. Okay. Spirits of the Wild. That's one of the games we played. So that was I actually played this solo with this stream, with the chat stream, which was a lot of fun. Next one I'm going to bring up here is a 2 to 4 player game. One of my favorites from recent months, Cryo. Played this with Daryl on stream. Z-Man sponsored our stream, but we streamed it live. And then the next week, Daryl and I played it off stream together. And we got together, played some games. This was one of them. Worker placement game, sci-fi theme. Those two things I absolutely love. This one's really neat. So you have a little bit of engine building added to your the mechanisms here, and it has area majority scoring. So I think, you know, Daryl and I have that. We enjoy games like that. So as my main gaming buddy, besides Michelle, Daryl and I, this hits on all the marks of games that we like. Oh, wow. Stacey Everdell, Spirit of the Wild's used $50, new 70. Oh my gosh. Sorry, friends. Yeah. Hopefully you can find a used copy somewhere. You know, fingers crossed they reprint it, because it's a great game. Cryo, one of my favorites. Let's do another live ranking. I'm going to put Cryo 8. Whoops. I just ranked it an 8. It's, yeah, so good. What I love about this game, friends, is Cryo does this really neat thing of time-wise, it's only a 69-minute game. But during that game, it feels like a heavier game, just because you're trying to, you know, the standard Euro, get resources, convert them to do the things. But it's got this engine building element, which I love. You have let me see if I can pull up a board here, a photo of your board, your player board. You got engine building. You send your drones out to do the actions on the main board. When you bring them back, if you see here in this photo, you can turn in resources to do other actions. So as you build your platform here by adding resources that you spend, you'll spend the resources you gather during the main phase in order to do more actions. It's awesome. And you do have one to start with. Let's see. There it is. So on the left side of the board, you have a free action. You're going to get 2 resources. Multi-use cars. Love multi-use cars. This has it as well. Either upgrades at the top, vehicles at the bottom, or to the left, secret missions. You can put them for a mission. Highly, highly recommend Cryo if you're into worker placement games and area majority. If that's not your jam, this probably won't be your jam either, but love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's continue, shall we? The next game. This was a new to me game. It's not a new game. It's been out for a few years. This is Claim from Deepwater Games. This is a 2-player trick-taking game. Got to be honest, the only 2-player trick-taking game that I'm really aware of or that I really enjoy was Fox in the Forest. I like this one better. This is, you have the different suits or factions. You're going to play one at a time, just like a trick-taking game. You're playing tricks, but it's got this really cool 2-phase or 2 rounds of a game, like either For Sale or Biblios. One phase, you're playing tricks to win cards for the second phase. So it's really neat. And different factions or different suits have different abilities. So they'll trigger like, oh, you played this one. I actually get to take these cards because this faction has been played. I don't know why this is a 7. I'm going to do another live ranking, folks. Maybe this is, well, this is how I should rank games. I'm ranking this an 8. I love this game. 2 players, 25 minutes. We played it in 15 to 20. Michelle and I really like this one. Daryl and I really like this one. I think if you're into 2-player games and if you like trick taking, this is a really fun way to experience trick taking. Bottom shelf video games. Thank you for joining us, friend. My jam is Strawberry Jam. Yes, I like Strawberry Jam too. Love meeples better than Fox and Forest. That's a bold. It is a bold statement. I stand by that statement. Now, that being said, Fox and Forest probably does a little more with its different suits, like the different cards. I think that does has different powers. This one's more straightforward, so I don't think it's as complex as Fox and Forest. But this one's more in your face than it really is. Like now I'm thinking, am I thinking the right one? Which one I like? There's Fox and Forest Duet. That's the co-op version. Most people don't like that one. For whatever reason, I like that one better. But I like Claim better than both. What's neat, too, there's a bunch of expansions. So you got all kinds of factions with different abilities. So fun. Yeah, Dead Last again. Adore Claim. So good. Agreed. Love Claim. Dutch Yoda gave Claim to the Brothers Murphy at Aircon. Well, I let okay. You may have been the reason why I'm playing it too, because I heard the Brothers Murphy rave about Claim, and I got a copy from Deepwater Games. They sent it over. They sponsored a stream. I love it. Love it. So thank you. Yep. Dead Last again. So true. The powers of the suits in Claim add so much to play. Agreed. And yes, lunchtime and hydrate. Slackfish agrees. Yeah, I was kind of reminded of For Sale, those 2 phases. Yeah, and like For Sale, Biblios does the same thing. 2 phases where you do 1 round, set yourself up for the second round. Paula is like, thank you, Amanda. We're going to go a little long, sir. So if y'all want to watch Paula Deming play games, feel free to join her. I really appreciate you hanging out. We're going to get through these games, then we'll raid Paula. Stacey Everdell says, if you like card management games and beautiful art, check out Winter Haven Woods on Kickstarter right now. Oh, awesome. Thank you, folks. There it is. Hot tip of the day. All right, next game that I'm going to talk about that I played in June is the Power Rangers deck building game. This is something I was surprised I liked because I don't know a thing about the Power Rangers. It was after my generation. My buddy Daryl, though, he is all about Power Rangers. He loves the Power Rangers. I believe if he's still here, I got to make a joke. Like, he loves Power Rangers. He sleeps in a Power Rangers pajamas every night. He doesn't. I got to talk trash while he's not here. Maybe he is here. So yeah, he loves Power Rangers, and he got the deck building game from Renegade. Super stoked about it. And I was surprised how much I liked it. Yeah, Power Rangers onesie, right? I'm gonna. Hey, Slackfish, that's a great idea. Wow, I love it. Monthly Mondays where we rate and raid. Perfect. Thank folks. Welcome to the monthly Mondays where we rate and raid the games that I played in the month of the last month. B8 for Reto, thank you for joining us. Good to see you here, friend. We are rating we're talking about my games in that I played during the month of June. By the way, I forgot to shout out the Game Cupboard for spending some Bruno treats. I want to thank you, Game Cupboard. I don't know. Do I have that set up here? I should. Bruno treat. You spend Bruno points, he gets a treat right on top of my head. Thank you. We usually do those during our live playthroughs, but thank you for hanging out, spending those channel points. Going to get back to it here. And what was I talking about? I was talking about Power Rangers deck building game. This one, the reason why I liked it, it reminds me of Shards of Infinity. A lot of comboing going on. You have different factions, or in this case, the different Power Rangers, and you play. One player plays as the baddies. I don't know the names of them, versus the Power Rangers. And Daryl was all fired up because he can get his Power Rangers, going, and you team them up, I guess, to make the ultimate Power Ranger. I don't know the theme, folks. Let me know, but. Thank you, Game Covered. Yeah, our pug Bruno. We love Bruno. Power Rangers, the game. Let me get the screen up here. The art is cool. You have, there are different cards, different factions. One thing I did not like, the colors in this. Blue, purples. They didn't use an icon to separate the different colors. It would have made it so much easier. Slivers, thanks for I'm going to drop those emotes, all the pugs. Look at that, Bruno with the bone. I enjoyed this game at 2 players. Amanda says she likes it best at 4. I can see why. Yeah, because you'll get more cards out there. You get more chances to build up your deck. What I think was really neat about this game, what I really enjoyed, was when you do the market. It's got this little ascension element to it where when you're playing, if you're the baddie, like I was, if there are Power Rangers in the market, they attack you. So you have to be able to destroy them first in order to prevent damage from being done to you. So I like that. And likewise for the Power Ranger, if there's baddies there, they do damage to you unless you take them out first. I really like that. That was neat. Theme-wise, I'm not into it, but I can appreciate it. I would totally play this game again. I would totally play it again because it's a really good deck building game. Whoa, wait, what? B8 Fioretto would donate 100 euros if you cut your beard. Really? Donate those 100 euros. I will do a stream. Would I really do that, folks? What do y'all think? Would you all see the? Would you? Well, wow, that's crazy. I don't know. I do enjoy the beard. But not a chance. 100 pounds. Oh, 100 pounds. Wow, that's a lot of money. I do enjoy my beard. I don't know if I'd do it for 100 pounds. If we talk 1,000 pounds, we could start talking. But the focus here is games, folks. What I played last month, Power Rangers deck building game, similar to Shards of Infinity in the fact that it ramps up. It's definitely in your face, like Shards or Star Realms. I think this does it a little better than no. You know what? I don't know. I'd have to play it another time. I really like Shards as far as like pure deck building. This is more of a pure deck builder. But if you're in deck building, you definitely need to play Power Rangers deck building game. Let's move on to Mrs. Gav says no, we're not doing that. Thank you. Yep, there it is. It's settled. Let's move on to the next game on my list. It is Cubitos. Insta Love. It's a race game. It's a dice chucking game. It's Le Quacks of Quedlinburg, the dice game. Oh, this is so good. Michelle and I really enjoyed this from the get-go. I do want to shout out, again, my friend Daryl B. Gaming, because he taught it to me after it sat on my shelf of opportunity for a month or 2 months or however long it was. Just for whatever reason, I should know by now, John D. Clare, if his name's on the box cover, I'm probably going to like it. He's one of my favorite designers right now. Mystic Vale, Space Base, Eco's First Continent, Cubitos. He is killing it for AEG. So good. Really nice guy, too. I've been able to meet him a couple of times. We were on a panel last year or a couple of years ago. Super nice guy. Great designer. Cubitos, if you like Quacks of Quillenberg and you like chucking dice, do this. Play this game. So good. Andrew Scott is trying to get me in trouble. He says, I'll chip in $20 for you to shave the beard. I shave mine. Time for you to shave yours. Okay. We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe, right? Let's shave Ruel's bird. I can't believe we're talking about this. Cubitos is so much fun, right? So good. I like. Okay, let's take a look at the picture here. I like chucking dice, and if you like chucking dice, look at that picture. So many dice. The whole controversial, like the dice boxes. Yeah, I don't like them, but you know what? They serve a purpose. It's all good. But look at all those dice you get. You get to roll them every single turn. You go around. It's a race around the board. First one across the finish line, first wins. But along the way, you roll dice, collect income. You use that income to buy other more powerful dice with special abilities. That's your support team. They support your little cube running around the track. So good. There's ways that you can eliminate the bad dice. So like a bag builder, deck builder, you're going to get rid of, like me and Michelle, we call them the dookie dice. I don't know if that's an official term, but those gray dice that only have one thing. So it's like 1 out of 6 chance to hit. So good. Highly recommend. I recommend so many games because I love them all. But this one, top of the rankings for this month for sure. This is ranked 7.8. I'm going to do a live ranking as we do here, Monday ranking. We're going to go with 9, not a 10. I don't know why, just because I can't rank everything at 10. We're going 9. Cubitos, not Cubitos, Cubitos. It is Espanol for small cube, according to Michelle. Michelle's Spanish is way better than mine. I do Spanglish. Bottom shelf says Ruel without the beard is like Harden without the beard. It's the source of his powers. Yes, exactly. Although James Harden, actually, no, I like James Harden. He's a great basketball player. I gotta love that step back three, but I just don't like watching him travel all the time. Amanda loves Shards of Infinity. Same. Met John at Dice Tower West. Yes, he's nice. Yeah, good guy. Michelle gives yes. Also, the world feels much cooler with no beard. It's a good feeling. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Whenever we travel to the Philippines, I always shave my beard because it is hot out in the motherland. And so that's next. How about this? Next time we go to the Philippines, I will shave the beard. That's just the thing I do. Did you just say Dookie Dice? Yes, I did. That is the family friendly variant of what I would normally call those. Yes. Oh, Michelle. Yeah. Added Cubitos challenge. Use aquarium tongues. Michelle, if you didn't watch our playthrough on Twitch, please check that out. She uses aquarium tongues because it was, just to make it easier for her to reach the components on the table because they're far away. Perfect. We stole that idea from Meeple Lady, by the way. Let's continue here at our not countdown, our look back at the games that I played in June, primarily with Michelle. We played some games with Daryl and Amanda. We are slowly but surely expanding our social bubble. The next game I played was Pandemic Hot Zone Europe. We did this again, full disclosure. Z-Man sponsored a couple of streams of this and another with Cryo. This is Pandemic shrunk down into a very manageable size and gameplay time. 20 to 30 minutes. It's Pandemic. Nothing's changed except the size of the map, much smaller. Doing the exact same things. You have one neat little twist is what do they call it? These little cards are called mutations. That's not in the base game. It might be in one of the regular expansions. But this, if you've seen the small ticket to rise, this is Small Pandemic. Great way to play it. Michelle and I really enjoyed this one. And it's Pandemic, but in a much more digestible version. I usually recommend for new players Pandemic: The Cure, the dice game. Again, I love chucking dice, but I think this one's probably the way to go. It's just really neat to have a smaller version of this game that plays quickly. Next on the list, what else did we play? Oh, the Castles of Tuscany. Yay. Full disclosure, sponsored stream. This one I have mixed feelings about, but they tend to be positive. I love the gameplay. It's a streamlined version of Castles of Burgundy. It's good. It's probably the one that you wanted to introduce to newer gamers. It plays much more quickly than Castles of Burgundy. It takes out stuff, streamlines stuff. My one complaint, as always, for Stefan Feld games, not colorblind friendly. So frustrating. I had to go. You'll see it. Check out the live stream VOD. I had to sticker a bunch of stuff because the red they pick. I don't know. I wish Stefan Feld could like take ownership of his games and say, you know what, I don't want y'all to use tan, brown, light brown, green, light green, dark green. Come on, those all look the same to anyone with any kind of colorblind color issues, and even not. My friend Daryl played this with me on stream. His vision's 2020, or at least I think it's 2020, or way better than mine. He doesn't have colorblind issues. Even he was having trouble with certain colors. So that's what my one complaint about. The gameplay, though, wonderful. You are building your estate just like in Castles of Burgundy in medieval times or Middle Age times. You have different territories that you place into your little estate, the little hex tiles. They give you special abilities. You got points based on those. If you collect a certain set of them, you score immediately. Point salady, not as point salady as Castles of Burgundy, but so much fun. I really love this game. I don't want to get rid of it because it's so good. This is the game. I want to teach Michelle this game. I think she would really like it. The colorblind stuff just irks me. But hey, so good. Someone's talking about I have no body hair. Bottom shelf. Thanks, friend. Okay, next game on my list is games that I played in last month. Push. This is a simple and straightforward push your luck game. You just draw cards, push your luck. If you successfully push your luck, you take those cards onto your bench. They're worth points if you bank them. If you don't bank them, then there's certain times then you're going to have to roll the die. And let me see if they have an example here. They do not. There it is right there. If you get to see that card, if it's in one of the stacks of cards you choose or are forced to choose thanks to other players, you roll the die. If you roll a blue, you lose all your blues. If you roll a red, you lose all your reds. If you roll a black face, the black on the die, you're safe, but there's a variant that Daryl and I play. You lose all your cards. It's the mean variant. But if you bank your cards previously, those cannot be touched. It's just the ones on your bench. Fun push your luck. It's very pure push your luck. Great filler. Daryl and I played it the other day because we had like 15 minutes before he had to get going. We played it in 10. Wonderful game. Recommend. Next game. Speaking of two-player games, on the top of my two-player games list, technically you could play 4, but it's really meant for 2. The greatest dexterity game in the world ever invented, 150 years old, Crokinole. What else can I say about Crokinole? Except if you haven't played it, please do. It's wonderful. Look, I've already ranked this game. Surprise, surprise, it is a 10. Just the ultimate dexterity game. It's sort of like shuffleboard, but a tabletop version of it. I'm not even, you know what? I can't even talk about it. It's so good. You just go try it. Go watch the Shut Up and Sit Down video. It's funny and you'll get a sense of the game. It's a 7.9. It's a 10, folks. Don't listen to BGG. It's a 10. Crokinole is the best. Thank you, Dead Last Again. Dead Last Again is correct. Yes, I love, there's nothing better than a game that has a one cheek rule. You sit in the chair, you can lean over, right? But you cannot stand up. You cannot get out of your chair. And you must always have, you can't see it here, but I have one cheek on my chair. That is an official rule when they play tournament games. So funny. Crokinole, on the top. Now, that being said, it's not cheap. I kickstarted the Mayday Games board for $100. And it was more than that because with shipping, and then you have to get, I got a bag and so forth. It's not cheap, but it'll last a lifetime. We partnered last year with Crokinole Canada. They sent us a really nice tournament board. Oh, that's going to be one of those things you pass on through generations. And that's It's big in Canada. That's where, there's it's a national pastime, I believe. I'm not really sure if that's the correct term, but there's stories. I hear this all the time of people getting Crokinole boards handed down from their grandfather who made it by hand to their parents and so forth. Yeah. One day I'm sure we'll get a version. Yeah, I hope you do, Game Cupboard. Just play it. It's so good. We played at Dice Tower West a couple of years ago and had just a bunch of people playing it at all times, all throughout the night. It was so wonderful. I'd like to do that again at next Dice Tower West, which I will be at March 2nd through 6th or 5th next year, 2022. Let's start planning now. It's only a year away. We want to duke you. Yes. We learned this from people who play Crokinole. When you shoot your checker in the middle of the board is called a dookie. And yes, you do want a dookie in the middle of the board. The one game that you do want a dookie, that is Crokinole. Oh, it's the number 5 family game in on BGG. Dice Tower West tickets on sale in September. Who's going to Dice Tower West next year? Let us know. Let's do a meetup. Let's all meet friends here. We'll do a tabletop tonight, like meet up, hang out together. Would love to, actually meet and, hopefully be safer. Michelle and I are huggers by nature, but, we respect each other's space, people's space, so we can do the virtual or just fake high fives or hellos, whatever. Meeple and the Moose, number 1, Crokinole. Crokinole's number 1 in my heart. BGG be damned. Agreed. It's a 10 on my list. It should be a 10 on your list. Some people don't like it. That's cool. That's cool. But Crokinole, 99% of people I know love it. Yeah. Let's check it out. Let's move on to the next game. I could sit here all day and talk about that. Next game. This is a new to me game coming up. First time played it. Absolutely love it. Marrakech. Marrakech or Marrakech? I'm going to rank this. It is a 6.7. Let's do a live ranking. 7.5. 7.5. Look, you can do that. I can make a 7.3, whatever. I'm going to go 7.5. I enjoy this game a lot. This one was on my radar for a few years. I'd heard good things about it. It is a roll and move game. You think roll and move, you think Monopoly, just like I do. And you think it's not going to be a good game. But this is a fun area control roll and move game. I was so surprised by it. I bought it because of 2 reasons. Number 1, I heard a lot about it over the years. And it was just never available, or it was tough to find. I found it on Amazon a few times, but it was, one of those like, oh, it's like $75. Nah, I'm not going to buy it. But then I found Meepleville Cafe had it in Vegas years ago. I saw it on the shelf, and I didn't buy it because I bought other games. But I figured, okay, I'll be back and buy it then. Then the pandemic happened, and whatever. My friend Daryl B. Gaiman was in Vegas a little while ago, recently this summer. And I was like, yo, text message. If you find Marrakech at Meepleville, I'll Venmo you the money if you buy it for me. He's like, cool, done. He bought it, brought it home, played a 2-player game, enjoyed it with Daryl, played 3-player game with Michelle and Lauren, insta love. Super simple, super easy to learn. You just move, but if you land and then you place a carpet, I got to show these. There's such cool components. They are little felt carpets. They're actually like felt, and you place them on the board. They could have easily done this cardboard. It's better with felt. They feel like little carpet. You move you turn the little customer there. I think his name is Assam. 90 degrees. Roll the die. Move that many spaces. Lay one of your carpets. If you land on your carpet, cool. If you land on someone else's, you pay them. You pay them according to how many carpets are adjacent to it. In this case, if a little Assam there, if you see in the example, if he lands on a blue, he'll pay $1, 2, 3, $4 or 4 dirhams, I believe is the currency. And then you go to all the carpets are gone, and then you count up how many of your carpets are visible, how many half carpets. So in this case, for yellow, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get $9. Most money wins. So easy to learn, so fun. This game should not be that fun. Honestly, you hear a roll and move, you think it's too simple. No, love it. Yeah, Slackfish thought they were, they're actual felt. I don't know if there's a better picture. Yeah, it's just little felt. So cool. Yeah. Oh, someone made their own. Oh my gosh, look at that. Someone made their own components. How cool is that? Yeah, there's a better look at the felt. Highly recommend. I'm recommending everything. Panda says, I enjoy this game. So yeah, it's meaner than you think, but it doesn't feel mean. Because yeah, you're like totally making people to go onto your carpets, and then you're paying them. Oh, it's mean, but I don't, it just doesn't feel mean. Okay, next game. I'm gonna hydrate. Thank you for the hydration reminders, by the way, friends. Let's see. What do we have next here? Next on the list, games that I played in June, is Mandala. This is Daryl's game. We played this in a 2-player get-together. We just, get together once a week or so. And this is, a 20-minute game. I forgot. It doesn't take that long. This is way thinkier than I thought it was. It's a set collection game, hand management, and card drafting. You are making a mandala, which is beautiful. And you have, there's some people playing it. Let me see if we have pictures of the cards. They're different colors, but very colorblind friendly because they have different designs on them. Your turn, you're going to play cards, as you can see there, onto one of 2 different mandalas, and you play them 2 different locations, either in the middle, which is community, or on your side, which is like your your control of that. Now, with the different colors, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. Each color can only be on that side of the board once. So if you have like 3 blues on your side, that means you have the control of that mandala. You could add another blue there, or you can add a different color above in the middle portion of the board. I'm not explaining that well. Trust me, it's rock solid, easily top 10 2-player games. Wow, I've showed off a lot of top 10 2-player games, maybe more than 10. So I really got to redo my list. I'm going to rank Mandala live right now. This is easily an 8, maybe a 9. I played it once. I'm going to give it an 8. I have a feeling the more I play it, the higher it's going to go. 8.5, maybe a 9. People on BGG is ranked at 7.7. So good. Highly recommend. Every game. Highly recommend. This one, yeah. Let's see. Kanya, talking about Marrakech. The luck of the dice makes it not personal. Yeah, that's true. That's right. The dice, when you land on someone else's carpet, what are you going to do? Yeah, there it is right there. Ruel's top 10 2-player games list is 25 games long. Thanks, Dead Last again. So true. I just love games. What can I say? You play a lot of games at 2-player. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Mainly because Michelle's my main gaming partner, so we play a lot of 2-player games. Daryl is also one of my main gaming partners. We play a lot of 2-player games. I love 2-player games because they don't take long. If for the most part, if I can do 3 2-player games in an hour, I'm all over it. I do like multiplayer games. There's different experiences, and a lot of games play better multiplayer. But there are a lot of great 2-player games out there, folks. Slackfish, it would be fun to put together that list with you as a stream. Thanks, Slackfish. Another great idea. Slackfish is coming up with all the great ideas. I would like to do that. Maybe we can do it together as chat. Let's talk about all the great 2-player games, and I'll just sort of rank them as we go. I'm going to take a quick snack break, hummus and pita, and a hydrate. Folks, eat and hydrate with me. Thanks for sticking around. I know we're coming up on 2 hours, and I'm almost done with this list, and we're going to raid Paula Deming if she's still. She just started streaming. She's still streaming. So thanks for hanging out. Water. Excuse me. Next game on the list. Mesozooic. This is a real-time game. I was surprised. When Z-Man sent this to me, I had no idea it was a real-time game or a real-time element to it. It's a card drafting game. And this was interesting because you're sending the way you set it up here. Here's the picture. You have the timer. Each player has their own tableau of cards randomly dealt to them, and you're trying to arrange your cards in the most beneficial way in order to score points. So, for instance, you have the monorail. If you have Monorails that connect, those are 4 points. These are the enclosures of dinosaurs. Let me zoom in here. Oh, it's not a zoom in. The dinosaurs here, you'll get, I think, 2 points if they're connected. You have features, which are worth some points. And then you have the little tractors or the transporters or whatever. If they're looking at a feature, then you get more points. You also have the topiaries. Those are like 1 point each. Those are just the ones that are, stand by themselves. But the thing that makes this game neat is you do 1, 2, 3, a 4x3 grid. But you take one card. You don't have one card filled. You will fill that at the end of the round with your director card. And you have, I think it's 30 seconds. You're going to slide the pieces around like a little number puzzle. So you slide one down, slide one over, and that's the way you try to connect everything. Really fun way to do this. Michelle and I like it because Michelle and I are fans of these type of puzzle games. This one, it can be intense. If you don't like real time, this will not be for you for sure. But it's a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. I think if you like puzzle type games, you'll like this. If you like real time games that have that element, you'll like it. I would rank this. Let me see. How would I give this a 7? I like this. I think it's a nice little game. It plays quickly. You play 3 rounds in 20 minutes. Each round, again, it's only 30 seconds. So a fun little puzzle game, cute art, and it's a great filler. Let's see, comments. Let me catch up on chat. Stacy, I love this way of going through what you played for the month. My first time tuning in for. Oh, thank you, Stacy. I much appreciate. Yeah, this is new for me too. I know other channels do their like, hey, let's look back at what we played. I figured I'd just do it live because I am comfortable doing these things live, and I love the interaction, hanging out with y'all in chat. Y'all give me a lot of great feedback, and like Slackfish said, this is now we're going to rename it. What was it? Monday, the Monday we rate and raid. Monday wrap up. No, Monday. I forget. Slackfish was the one came up with. But yeah, thank you again for saying that, and appreciate it. Rate and raid, yes. So Mesozooic, that was fun. Let's move on to the next game, Trails. This is a game, Keymaster Games sponsored our TLN stream. If you don't know what TLN is, please check out the Tabletop Live Network. I just dropped the link in the chat there. We do a monthly live stream, 24 hours straight with the Brothers Murph, Manda Panda, Book of Nerds, Paula Deming, all kinds of great streamers once a month at the end of the month. We've got a great one coming up this month. In fact, it's so important. I'm going to go to the full screen here. The end of this month, we're doing our very first TLN Olympics, the Tabletop Live Network Olympics. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're playing Decathlon. We haven't announced this yet, but you're getting it here first, by Reiner Knizia. It's a free print and play. It's a fun, push your luck, print and play. This is one of the scorecards. People make their own. People made this one. All you need is this screen or this score sheet and 8 6-sided dice. That's it. Standard dice. And you'll play 10 events. We're going to do this Olympic style, where each streamer in TLN is going to play the game, not online or not on stream, but we're going to have scores and we're going to award medals to each event. And then whoever has the highest total event medals will win the decathlon. Not only are we going to do it, but y'all are going to do it too. Feel free. You're going to feel free to play with us. We're going to have all kinds of fun stuff. I'm not going to that's all I'm going to talk about. But join the Discord as well. My Discord, I'm going to set up a special channel in my Discord where we're going to keep track of our scores throughout the month. I just started playing it. I'm teaching it to the other TLNers. It's going to be so much fun. I love it. I think it's a wonderful roll and write. It says it plays in like 45 minutes to an hour. I don't think it does. I think it plays in like 20 minutes. And I know why, because if you play it multiplayer and you're waiting for everyone to do their stuff, it's like Yahtzee. It'll take a while. But we played it simultaneously the other day. We knocked out a teach game in like 30 minutes. So that'll be coming up. Thank you for reminding me, by the way. So yeah, it's going to be Olympic. It's Olympic theme stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. The reason why I'm talking about sponsors is because Trails Keymaster Game sponsored us for the last TLN, the entire channel, which was appreciated. Trails is a fun, smaller version of Parks. I have not played Parks, but it's beautiful, and I really want to play it. I got to play Trails. Beautiful. light set collection game, almost like I wouldn't say a rondelle because you're not going in a circle, but you are moving along a path, and then you move back along the path, taking actions and collecting resources in order to get points with your badges. Great game. 20 minutes. Michelle, insta fan. Me, myself, I think Michelle, actually, no, Michelle liked it a lot more than I did. I liked it. She loved it. We let Daryl be gaming. He's borrowing it. We played with him as well. Fun little light game. Great filler. Let's go. Hey, we're almost done. We've got 2 more games, folks. And these are 29 games that I played in June. Stacy Everdell says it's not necessarily a smaller version of Parks. And in fact, has a bit more depth. Oh, interesting. It's smaller inside, maybe. Oh, that's okay. I from what I was told, it was okay. No, you're right. Yeah, a smaller the smaller sibling of Parks. That's what I meant to say. Thank you for the clarification. 2 more games left on the list, friends. So we played 29 games. This is number 28 that we played. Sheepy Time, a sponsored stream on TLN last month. Sheepy Time is another push your luck game, another hit for AEG. This one, I was talking about a rondelle earlier. Not the biggest fan. This is a rondelle. I'm a fan of this game. It's push your luck. Super cute theme. Rado raved about this game in his last podcast. His run through, his wrap up of his games. I can see why he raved about it. You think it's going to be this like children's game because of the theme. We are counting sheep, basically. We're the sheep for Sheepy Time. It's a rondelle. You go around you play a card, go that number of spaces or not, land on a space, do that action or not, go around. You're trying to get 40 points or 40 winks. That's the victory points in the game. And you do that by landing on spaces, collecting VPs, moving up on the track. You're also trying to move your pillow, your tiny pillow. Michelle always jokes about my tiny pillow. That was what I had as a kid. You try to move your tiny pillow to meet your little sleepy head. When your sleepy head meets the pillow, you've gone to sleep. You're good to go. You've won the game. It's a race to 40 or less because you can bring the victory point condition down, which is one of the things you're going to be doing throughout the game. You just jump around this rondelle, and there's the nightmare. The nightmare messes you up like they do in real life. If it jumps over the fence, then everybody loses. You do not get those points that you've acquired up to that point, but you will get a little makeup. So you'll bring your pillow down 3 spots. So there is a little small bit of catch-up mechanism or a reward if you bust. Because if you bust, that's like if the nightmare gets you, or what's the other bust condition? Anyways, it's like other push your luck games that have busts where if you go too far, you push your luck too far, you get a little bit of makeup. So you're not totally out of the game. This one, Rado Ray. Okay, Jinx, I owe you a Coke, Stacey Everdell, because we jinxed. Yeah, Rado raves it. I think he likes it more than I do. I really enjoy this game. I don't know if I rave it out, but we only played it. Well, we played it live on stream, and then we played it a couple times off stream. I need to play it again with more players. I feel like this would probably be better. I've only played it 2. I liked it. I think I'd like this game more at 3 or 4. So we're almost done, friends. We are at that point. One more game to talk about. What I played in June. The next one that I played, final one I played in the month of June, is New York Zoo. This is the Uwe Rosenberg Polyomino game from Capstone Games. They sponsored the stream. Thank you to Capstone. This is just like other Uves. It is polyominoes. This time a zoo. So you're collecting animals. You're creating a zoo or animal park, and you're going to add your little animal meeples onto these tiles here. I gotta say, components-wise, it's awesome. You have so many meeples. Penguins, flamingos, meerkats, all kinds of great stuff. And it's easy to learn. But it got this really cool timing element to it, where if you look at the game board, where is the game board? Someone have it? There it is, up here. You're going around here. You're either landing on spots that give you enclosures, or you land on spots that give you animals. So you have to have space in your zoo to place the enclosure. You have to have space in your zoo or your barn to hold animals. And the object of the game is to be the first to fill up your entire zoo. all those spaces with the polyominoes. If you complete a tile, an enclosure, you will get the special attractions, and the attractions are like the little 1x1s or the smaller pieces that can help you fill out, because all these polyominoes here are funky shapes, right? So really good game. One of the better polyomino games out there. That being said, I think I like Barren Park better. It does similar things to this, but I don't think you can go wrong with either game, honestly. And they're different enough. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they're different because the way that you do the polyomino grabbing here is different. You're going around in a circle, whereas Barren Park, it's all laid out. You're just trying to you grab one each turn. So yeah, definitely space in collection for both games. I really like this one. I did have some trouble with the colors for the enclosures. They do light green, dark green. That was a little funky. I needed help from Michelle, but that's mainly for setup. So as long as you can do the setup, that you play the game, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, Uwe, and we all know Uwe is a master designer when it comes to these type of games, polyominoes. So if you're into polyominoes or into Uwe games, definitely something you should check out. Yeah, Slackfish. Yeah, Barren Park's a bit simpler somehow, but yeah, and that's a great point. New York Zoo's more about animal breeding / management, because if let me go back to that one page here. You are going to be breeding as well when you go to like. Oh, that's not it. Where's that board? Well, on the player board or the main track where you get the animals. There it is. So as you go around here, certain spots you're going to breed, so you'll be able to add animals, and so that helps you finish off your enclosures faster. By once you have all the animals there, you've completed it, so you'll get the ride or attraction tile in order to do it. So yeah, it's definitely different. So yeah, I would say it's you can have both games in your collection. Rank it. I can't rank this one game yet. Only reason because I want to play it again, and that's always a good sign. If I really want to play this game again. Right now, it's a 7 for me. I can easily see this going to a 7.5 or 8, depending on player count, and I want to see how that plays out. But thank you, Stacey Everbell, and thank you, Slackfish, as always, for your comments. Friends, we did it. That is all the games that I played this in June. This is the June gaming wrap up. We're going to rename it. Thanks to Slackfish. I want to do this once a month where I just look back at the games I played, talk about the games. How long is this? I've been streaming for 2 hours. I want to bring this down to like an hour and a half. So maybe but I love talking about games. I love hanging out with y'all. So whatever. It's a 2-hour stream. Oh, there you go. Thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank Dead Last again for cheering 100 bits. So yes, we get a Benny the Bit Spare showing, and my voice is trash. And I just dropped what did I drop? I dropped something here, but. Thank you, Dead Last again, for spending 100 bits. Friends, you spent 100 bits. Benny the Bit Spare, coming out of hibernation to say hello. My favorite game of all time is Barren Park. So take that. Bye. That's Benny the Bit Spare, folks. Thanks, Dead Last again, for cheering the 100 bits. I'm going to get out of here because I want to raid Paula. Paula is hanging out. She is live now. Again, thank you, friends, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Let me get the raid set up. Please stick around for the raid. Raid is going to happen. There's Paula. She's got a bunch of people playing, hanging out there. She's playing Sagrada. We're going to raid her. Thank you, friends, so much. And Stacey, I can see your mouth moving. I need to work on my ventriloquist game. That is true. Just saw Benny talking. Thank you, Dead Last again. It totally worked. Thank you. Yes. Stacey, thank you for hanging out. Friends, thank you all for hanging out today, for doing the list. I'll do this list again. I want to do it monthly. But as far as streaming, I'll be back tomorrow night with Daryl B Gaming, 7 p.m. Pacific. And then Michelle will join me Wednesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific. And I may throw in another stream during the week, as I always do. But the regular time is 7 p.m. Pacific. Thank you, folks. Much love to y'all. Thank you, Amanda Panda, for being our awesome chat moderator. Please check out Panda as well. Got to give her a shout out. Amanda does so much for the gaming community. Please check out Panda Angel. Why can't I do this? It's not working. Shout out. SO Panda. There she is. Yes, please check out Amanda. Let's go raid. Paula, please stick around. I'm going to shut things down here. Thank you, friends, as always. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. Have a great week. Enjoy. If you're off today, enjoy the day off. Take care. Bye now. Stick around for the raid. Bye.
Welcome. Hi, Ruel. Y'all were talking about games, right? What wrecks the row? That wrecks this row. Right, but I can't put it down here. But I can't put it. What are my? Hold on. Let's chat for a second. What are my options here? How is the stream, Ruel? Hi, Raiders.